Hey guys, Cleanblade here, bringing you another Pokemon TCG Online deck video today, and today we're going to be looking at Primal Groudon, except with the twist we're using some of the new Roaring Skies cards in the deck, so I think it improves the deck, so let's just jump straight into the deck profile. Okay guys, we're going to be running 3 groudon-ex, pretty standard. We're running a 33 line of Primal Groudon. We kind of need this guy. We usually don't attack with him, but you never know, Ripclaw sometimes comes in handy for games and stuff like that, so who knows. And then we're running 3 Primal Groudon with Gaia Volcano, dealing 100 damage plus 100 more damage if a Stadium card is in play, and then you discard the Stadium, so 200 damage for 3 fighting and a colorless. So we'll be able to power this up pretty easily in this deck, and you'll be surprised on how strong Primal Groudon actually is. You can't Lysander it out, laser it, enhance hammer it, so it's really strong. So yeah. And then we're running 3 Baby Landorus's for Shout of Power, and to help get around Safeguard, sometimes in Sky Lariat, sometimes you never know when that comes in handy, but mostly for Shout of Power because you can attach a energy to a bench Pokemon, so there is that. And then we're just running 2 Surskit. This is the Masquerain version, so we're running 2 Surskit, and then we're running Masquerain with Tool Reverse. This way we can pick up our tool cards and stuff like that, and this way we can also run Focus Sash. We can't be one-hit KO'd, all sorts of stuff like that, so this is a big helper in this deck. I think it's like the MVP of the deck, if I were to say so myself. So let's move on to trainer cards. So we're running 3 Mega Turbo from Roaring Skies. I think this helps the deck consistency a lot. We do run Scorched Earth, so of course we can Scorched Earth and energy, Mega Turbo it back, then Landorus another energy. You can get 3 energies going in a turn if you really wanted to, so that's really good. And then we're running 1 Professor Letter, because who doesn't like to search for 2 Professor's Letter, attach an energy to a Landorus, discard the other one, Scorched Earth, draw 2 cards, and then attack and get that one on a Groudon. It's a really good card in this deck, so I recommend that. Scramble Switch, we're just running the 1 A-Spec of Scramble Switch because that's all you can, and this is also an MVP of this deck. You can have an active Groudon that's about to be KO'd, let's say, and then you just Scramble Switch to a new Primal Groudon and reattach the Focus Sash, and then bam, you have a brand new Primal Groudon out, and they can't Lysander out the old one, anything like that, so this card's really good. And then we're running just 2 Trainer's Mail. We don't run that heavy of a trainer lineup, or item lineup should I say, but Trainer's Mail, it just makes the deck more consistent. See, we are running Focus Sashes and stuff like that, so this is a really, really good card in this deck, and I recommend you run it. And then we're only running 2 Ultra Ball because we are running 4 Karina, you'll see later on in the deck, so the 2 Ultra Ball is mostly for Masquerain and stuff like that. We usually don't have to Ultra Ball for Landorus or anything like that. And then we're running 4 VS Seeker. We are kind of running a heavy supporter line, so this deck kind of does lose to eggs a little bit, but we can make comebacks against Toads and stuff like that, if that makes sense, because we are running the heavier supporter line instead of the item line. And then we are running 4 Karina, just because it's like an Ultra Ball, but we also get an item card, which is really good with Masquerain, so 4 Karina. And then we are running 1 Lysander and 1 Trump card. Pretty basic, standard stuff. You could run 2 in this deck if you felt like you needed to, but I just feel like we just need 1, so we're just running the 1. And then we're just running 3N, 4N's a little bit too big for me. Plus, we usually don't end too much because we have a tendency to take a lot of prizes all at once, like 2 prize EXs, 2 prize EXs, so it's mostly for when our opponent gets ahead and we're kind of behind, we can slow them down. Then we're running 4 Professor Sycamore. It's the new Juniper, let's put it that way. It's really good, why not run it? I mean, literally, it's the new Juniper, so there's no reason for us not to run it. Then we're just running 1 Fighting Stadium just to help against like Mega Rayquaza, stuff like that. It allows us to kill it easier. Plus it gets over Skyfield, stuff like that. So Fighting Stadium's really good at this deck. Just the 1 though. And then we're running 3 Scorched Earth, like the MVP Stadium that we have. It allows us to draw even though we're under Toad Lock, stuff like that. So this card's really, really good, and it speeds up the deck a whole lot, so I recommend you get this. I run 3 of them. You could run 4 if you cut the next card that I'm about to show you, and that is, we are running 1 Silent Lab. You could cut this card if you wanted to. I don't recommend it because when you first Safeguard Pokemon, it's going to be kind of rough just relying on Landorus alone. So I do recommend you do run the Silent Lab, but you could always cut it depending on how you feel. But I run one Silent Lab just for safeguard Pokemon, and you never know, you can stop the Jirachis and Shamans that are running rampant in this format. So I just run one Silent Lab. It just helps out pretty well. And then for the rest of our item cards, we're running 2 Float Stone for Masquerain, stuff like that. You get a Groudon stuck in the active, just Float Stone it back, basically. Then we're running 2 Focus Sash. As I said earlier, we just prevent our KOs on our Pokemon, stuff like that. So the Focus Sashes are really nice. And then we're running the 2 Spirit Link just so we don't have to give up our turn Mega Evolving. We really don't want to do that whatsoever. So that is why we run 2 Spirit Links. We don't need to run 3 because we can always pick them up with Masquerain and put them back down in a new Groudon. So we run 2. And for energies, we're running 6 Fighting Energy and then the 4 Strong Energy. It's pretty standard lineup. And basically, we'll just be getting started with Landorus and then powering up that with a Groudon. And then we'll just Mega Evolve, probably turn 2. And then we're set to go. As long as we can keep the momentum, we'll continually just destroy things. We continually do 200 damage, and we do run 5 stadiums in the deck. So I will grab a quick game for you guys, and we'll be right back. Right, guys, so I got us a quick game here. I have no clue what reverse it looks like. Some sort of fighting and colorless deck. So who knows? Maybe it'll be like Groudon Shaman or something like that. Maybe that would be an interesting deck to verse. I have no clue. I will have to mulligan, and we didn't get the greatest mulligan hand in the world, but we can live with it. If we go first, we will play Silent Lab. I really don't want him setting anything up, really, so we will play that Silent Lab if we go first. And if we don't, oh well, then we won't get the Silent Lab off, but I'd really like to in this position. Seeing he is playing Fighting Colorless, which is a little bit weird. So that is my plan here. I'm going to grab a Baby Landorus and a Float Stone just to retreat so that we don't have to use our Scramble Switch. Kind of important in this matchup, the Scramble Switch, so we will do that. And then we will place down the Landorus and just attach an energy. I think that's our best play here. Sure, we aren't doing any damage to the Hawlucha at the moment, but who knows later on in the future. And he will just attach an energy to the Lucario at the moment, and we do see a Master Ball come out. So he is running some sort of different style of deck, I guess you could say. We kind of do have a bad hand, and I really don't want to have to discard our Scramble Switch in this matchup, but I might have to later on down the road. And we do see Sycamore's getting rid of a Machamp, an Enhanced Hammer, Professor's Letter, so that's all good stuff for us to see go away. I don't know about my opponent too much here. If we don't really draw anything that great, I'll just use Karina, Professor's Letter, and probably just attach and Primal Evolve for next turn. I think that's what our next play might just be. But I may just want to kill this. Not kill it. Get a Landorus here. So actually, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a Landorus and a Professor's Letter if it's still in the deck, and it is. And I am actually going to attach one energy to the Landorus EX. Actually, no, we'll attach the Primal here. And I will just attack, seeing we do have one energy in our hand. Even if he kills us, we can attach the new energy to the Baby Lando, and then proceed to go from there. So we did get kind of a slower start here. He will get the KO for 80 damage on us, so that is good for him, bad for us. We do lose the first early prize, which is kind of understandable. He is running Lucario, and we are not, so it's kind of a bad thing for us, but he will probably get 2 prizes, and then we'll probably be ready to do everything with Primal Groudon. The deck is kind of slow to start off with, but once it gets going, it becomes one hell of a deck to verse. And Primal Groudon can just be such a huge game changer, if that makes sense. Here, since we already have a Float Stone, I'm just going to Sycamore this hand away. We do get a Surskit, which is nice, and I will Scorched Earth just to see what I get. We do get a Primal Groudon here. He does do 120 next turn, so I will skip Mega Evolving for now, and we will just attach the energy. Next turn we can always just end if we want to. Who knows, maybe we'll get a Masquerain out of our deck. Hopefully our second Masquerain isn't prized, but yeah, this is what I was kind of afraid of here. He does have the Machamp here. Now, if we draw an energy, we could Karina for a Mega Turbo and bring out Primal Groudon right away, technically. We would lose our Surskit, which isn't the biggest deal in the world, but Masquerain is pretty important in this matchup. So there is that. Right now he's dealing 100 damage to our Landorus EX, and he currently has a full hand here. And yeah, he will get the KO for 140 damage now. Pretty understandable. We might even see a Lysander if he has it, but we'll just see a Sycamore here. Kinda odd seeing he does have 5 cards in hand, but we will see him Sycamore him all away, and he's running Team Flare Grunts and stuff like that, so we're glad to see that go away. We really don't want to see that. We do see the Startling come down, which is kinda iffy choice. I did have a Floatstone down, so now if we draw into a Spirit Link or something, we could be in a really great position here. We do get the strong energy here, so technically I could go for the Karina, Mega Evolve, and pass and get a Mega Turbo, which I think I'm going to do here. He's just trying to Headringer our Groudon EX, I think. So I will just grab another Groudon EX, I guess, then. I'm going to check if we have any Surskits and stuff left in the deck, just so I know whether or not I need to play for another Masquerain. And it doesn't look like we do, but we do have the Masquerain in deck, so our other Surskit is prized, which is fine by me. It really doesn't bother me that bad. And here we'll just Mega Evolve. We're in a really great position now. He can't Team Flare Grunt us, anything like that. So our energies are here to stay now, and we're just getting ready to blow the crap out of the field. Here I get put out into the Groudon EX, which is kind of annoying to deal with, but we'll just kind of have to live with it for now. We don't have any more Floatstones in the deck, so he is going to get the second prize. These 2 prizes, more than likely. He'll just retreat back into Lucario and attack, and we'll be kind of stuck here, doing nothing much at all, and we will see the Team Flare Grunt get picked up by our opponent instead of a Sycamore or anything like that. Kind of interesting. We do see the hit there, which is an interesting hit. I don't know how much I like it. I'm going to Sycamore here, and we do get that. And I will place this down, and as the link down there, evolving here would do nothing for us, so I'm not going to. He's in a really good position at the moment, so we kind of don't like our position very much. The Masquerain is decent right now, but not the greatest. It could be a lot better for us, but it could also be a lot worse. We will kill the Halucha, which is a good thing, but I have a feeling he just has another energy in his hand, and he will take advantages off of this. He's running like a bulky deck, and yeah, he does have another strong energy in hand, and bulky Lucario decks that get off to a good start are kind of a bad matchup for us, so there is that. I don't know if I'll actually be able to win this game. I just stopped to think about it. We will lose 2 prizes here, and then he will come up and break our Focus Sash and do all that stuff. So this is going to be a rough game for us to try and win. We don't have a whatchamacallit, a Scramble Switch anymore, which is kind of big. We'll make him think that we don't have that, and we will just blow up here. We did get another VS Seeker, which is nice. I probably will just trump card soon, to be honest. We kind of want to get back our Scramble Switch ASAP. We really don't want to lose this Primal Groudon. If we do, it's kind of annoying. There's nothing we can really do that much about it, so we'll kind of just have to suck it up and take the 80 damage here. I might Lysander if we have a Lysander in the graveyard, but I don't think we do. Yeah, so otherwise I'd Lysander out the Lucario so he couldn't get the kill here. next turn, but I unfortunately can't do that. We'll probably see another Machamp come down, unfortunately. So here we're going to get hit for 100, and he Team Flare Grunts, which does nothing to us. So that was a supporter for the turn, which is good for us in a way, but bad in another way, if that does make sense. Here we'll Primal Evolve, and I will Mega Turbo to the bench one, and I will get the Lysandre here, which is really, really big here. So I will Lysandre out the Lucario, and I will play the Scorched Earth here. And in fact, I will grab the Sycamore here now that we got some momentum going for us. We'll kill the Lucario, take our 2 prizes, and we do get a Ground Energy, which is good, and a Baby Landorus, which is good because that was prized. So now we're looking in a pretty good position here. Most people would have probably still grabbed the trump card, but I know I still have a VS Seeker left in the deck somewhere, so I won't grab the trump card. It's just knowledge of the deck right there. Yeah, and he will come up with the Hawlucha and clearly hit me for another 100 damage with the Hawlucha. If he has Muscle Band Machamp, it's another kill, which is good for him. We do see another Sycamore, getting rid of Sycamore, Team Flare Grunt, Rare Candy, everything. So we probably won't actually see another Machamp this game. I was surprised he didn't search for the Machamp with the Karina and Mega Evolve that way. We do see an Enhanced Hammer, which does nothing to us, which is obviously really, really good for us. The only bad thing is we are really close to getting knocked out here, which is really, really bad. We do only have 20 HP left, but we will get to retreat, which is a big thing here. So we will retreat into the Baby Landorus here, seeing he has nothing built up but Hawluchas. We will just Sycamore too, and we will pick up this and put it down here, and we will just retreat and just grab that and just attack and build up the new Primal Groudon slowly but surely. Next turn we'll trump card, and then who knows, maybe we'll grab a Scramble Switch off the Karina the turn after that. So we are looking in a pretty good position now. Here he just puts another energy down and another Hawlucha. He's going for a Karina himself, so he could be going for an escape rope, something like that. If he does, I'll just go out into Masquerain. We do see a laser, which is a bit advantageous from our opponent, I guess you could say. But we do see the tails, which is bad for him, of course. And we do see Baby Landorus of his own hit the bench. And we do see a Professor's Letter saying he's looking like that's his only energy left in the deck. So that is really, really, really good for me. Here I might just go for game on our Baby Landorus, just slowly but surely. But because we are kind of taking a lot of damage as it is. So here, seeing we drew that Mega Turbo, I will just attach this strong energy here. And I will just trump card, because we are running low on cards now. So the trump card is big here, so that I don't deck out. And next turn, if we really want to, we can just attach here, or we can kill the Hawlucha. And now we will be able to Professor's Letter next turn. So we are in a really good position now, all of a sudden, because our opponent really can't do all that much, I don't think. He'd need like a Sycamore or something here to really get back into it. He's kind of lost a lot of momentum over the past couple of turns here, so this is just prime example. Even if he has a Lysandre, it does nothing to Primal Groudon. You can't just Lysandre this out or anything like that. So we're in a really, really, really good position as it is. We do see an energy come down in the Baby Landorus and a Sycamore, like I was saying, and he does get rid of a Headringer and a Lucario EX, so we can't just like take out a Lucario EX. And he tried to start a Megaphone, but it doesn't affect us, of course. That's pretty standard right there. He might just retreat into this Baby Landorus. If he does, we'll take the kill easily. I really don't think he will, but you never know. Certain people do certain things that you wouldn't think of, and then yeah. And he does come up in the Baby Landorus, which is a little bit odd, seeing he can't energy accelerate whatsoever, and we will get the kill. So it's just a tad bit odd, but you never know what people are thinking when they do certain things, so who knows, it may have been his best play, stuff like that. So I will grab a Landorus and a Floatstone, I think. Yeah, we will grab a float stone. Next turn, I'm pretty sure we'll hit an energy of some sort off of a sycamore, so we will just Sky Lariat for 130, take our prize, and now he really has nothing that can do damage to me, except for maybe this Machop. And if he wants to promote a Machop, next turn I will go for the kill on it with the Primal Groudon. And if I don't hit it, we can always retreat back into a baby Landorus. And we do see a Karina once again, so we may just see a Machamp come down with a rare candy Machamp. So we do see the Machamp come out here, and we're waiting to see what his item is. I'd only assume that it was the rare candy because we did just trump card, of course. So we are looking to get back into this game pretty heavily here, actually. We're just waiting for our opponent to make a move and stuff like that. Even if we draw a scramble switch here, it's still really good. He's trying to put us to sleep. It's probably his best play, if I were to say. Because if we do get put to sleep, we do just sack our Landorus going into his turn, which is a good thing for him, bad thing for us. And we do see the rare candy come down. But he has no other attackers besides these Haluchas at the moment, which is kind of a big deal for him. He probably really wants these Haluchas not to be here. They probably wouldn't mind having a Lucario EX down on the bench to kill off these Landoruses that I have. But who knows? We will probably see a laser here to see if he can put me to sleep. If he does, I'm going to try really hard to dig for a scramble switch so that we can try and get the kill without passing our turn, because if we do have to pass, it's kind of a big deal. It will hurt us in the long run. So yeah, it's kind of coming down to coin flips at this point, and we do see our opponents start going inactive. I don't know what he could possibly be thinking about, and we do see the laser, and it does come down as a head, so this is a big swing point. If I stay asleep, staying asleep here is not optimal for us whatsoever. We would have to land a scramble switch here, but we do wake up, which is huge here. I will Sycamore too. We already have a Masquerain in play, so I won't bother playing that. We already have a Spirit Link in play, I'm pretty sure. No, we don't, so I will just play down the Spirit Link, not that it really matters all that much, and then I will Sycamore, and we do land the scramble switch, which is absolutely huge here. We could scramble switch down into our new Landorus here and just pick up and put down a focus sash on it, which I think I will do. I think it's the best play that we have, and I think it will make him concede overall. So I will pick up this focus sash and this Spirit Link over here, and I will put this focus sash here, pick up this one, bring it down over here, and just place the Spirit Link on this one over here. Here we will just scramble switch everything over, because I think it's the best play that we have at the moment, because we would take a lot of damage from regular Landorus, from Primal Groudon from Halucha, should I say. So I think this is our best play overall, and then next turn we can always just dig for another energy using another Sycamore. So here we'll just Sky Lariat, get the kill on the Halucha, and that's really good for us. If he does manage to KO this, we'd kind of just Mega Turbo and Revenge Kill. We didn't place down the Groudon because we don't want to get Lysandered out on the Groudon and get stuck active at the moment, even though we do have a Float Stone. And see, our opponent can see it. So our deck is very controlling, and the Scramble Switch really made the game changer. That's why I like running the Scramble Switch. But, so, yeah, this is basically what the deck does. We set up, and Primal Groudon kind of just destroys everything, if that makes sense. But, yeah, Landorus did a lot of it this time around. So thank you guys for watching this video. It means a lot if you guys liked the video. Hit the like button down below, maybe subscribe if you like it. And yeah, and if you didn't like it, hit the dislike button. Leave me a little comment down below and tell me what you didn't like about it, so I can find out and improve myself. So thank you guys for watching. We'll be back next time. Peace.